Yo guys, what is going on? It is Invin here. I'm just coming at you today with a very quick video, which is going to be on the brand new Gathering XP bonus event, which is now live in New World. Obviously, following this image that you guys have probably seen on Twitter or in my video from a couple of days ago, we can see that the Gathering Skills event is June 13th, which is the day of recording and uploading this video, all the way until June 16th. What I wanted to do today is to share with you guys some of my best spots for each of the gathering skills that you guys can use to level up if you are still wanting to do so. I know a lot of you guys will have reached level 200, and it does say that it doesn't affect the ones that are already level 200, but I'm going to share with you guys some of my favourite spots for each of these gathering skills down here so you guys can make the most of this double XP weekend and get yourselves up to 200 in each of those skills should you wish to do so. So for this video, I'm going to be using New World Fans map. This map will be linked in the description, and a big shout out to those guys for this resource. Not affiliated, but it is a very, very good resource, so do feel free to check it out. Now, firstly, what we're going to be looking at here is mining. If you guys want to get your mining levels up, initially, I would recommend first the Everfall or First Light. Both of these areas are really jam-packed full, and you can see here what I've got highlighted on the map is just the iron, the star metal, and then orichalcum. But of course, there is silver, there is gold, there is platinum in some of these places as well, particularly in these lower level areas you'll see a lot of silver. But First Light is a really good one, Monarch's Bluff is a really good one, and Everfall is also a really, really good one. Also, you can go into Windswood and you will get a decent amount between kind of the border between here, First Light and Windswood. You'll get quite a lot there, and then over to the top right side, that's for early doors. Then for any of you guys that are more towards the mid and end game of mining when you're at 150 plus, you're going to want to either go to Ebonscale Reach over here. You can see there is a ton of star metal. There is even a bit of iron and star metal up this side. And then you've got some orichalcum up the top and mostly around the Imperial Palace here. You've got a ton of star metal and orichalcum nodes. Your next best place that is kind of the least contested in terms of orichalcum if you are looking for it is, of course, Reekwater. I made a video on this the other day. You guys seem to enjoy it. A lot of stuff over here. This top bit in the top right section up the top here, kind of on top of the mountain range. Tons of orichalcum, very quick respawns now as well, and you should be able to get your hands on a lot of that there. You can kind of follow the trail down with the iron and the star metal and make your way down here to all of this orichalcum as well in the ancient zone. It's a really, really good area. And then, of course, finalizing it off there with a bit of Great Cleave for star metal and orichalcum in the Mangled Heights elite zone. And finally, Shattered Mountains, of course, is going to be your main bulky one if you can get a group together to go with you and clear that out. The next thing that we're going to be looking at here is you're going to be your gatherings. This is going to be your hemp, your herbs, that sort of stuff. Now, firstly, just to highlight a couple of areas where there is a ton of herbs if you do want to get those for the money or indeed for your levels for this event. My two favourite areas are First Light, so literally out of the settlement, top right corner. It doesn't look like an awful lot here on the map, but I can assure you guys there is an absolute ton here. Obviously mixing in a lot of hemp as well as that is already selected to be shown. Really, really good zone. Cutlass Keys as well, you're going to get a ton of herbs down here. But by far the best area, if you are able to get up here, is this area in Ebonscale Reach. Just up towards the top right, so we're looking at this way shrine right here. Kind of respective of the settlement, it's the top right area, and there is just a ton of herbs here. You're going to be able to power through those. If we just go ahead and turn the herbs off, however, if you guys are just wanting to get the hemp, the silkweed, and the wire fiber, then you're going to also want to look at Ebonscale Reach. This is decent. But for the hemp itself, Windswood on the islands around here is kind of the best area to go for that early game, as well as making your way over here to Restless Shore. There is an absolute ton. With the Restless Shore, what you can do is go from this shrine up towards Morningdale, and you will see there is a ton of silkweed and also a little bit of wire fiber mixed in, and this is a great run you can do in the mid-levels between Morningdale and the Restless Shore Way Shrine at the top there. My favourite personal area to do, so hopefully that will help some of you out. And then when you are trying to go for that wire fiber, again, you're going to want to be going up to Eden's Grove here, up to the top way shrine around this area. You can see there is a ton of wire fiber. It's a really, really good location. Failing that, there is a little run you can do from Mountain Home. There isn't quite as much to grab here, but it does tend to be less contested, so you can always try and grab some of this as well. Now, very briefly on woodcutting, it is pretty much just any young or aged trees to start yourself off up until you get up to that level 100. Then you're going to want to start going to Wordwood. lower level zones and lower level players, it's going to be best in Brightwood. You can see straight from the settlement, if you head south, there is a big abundance of the trees there, right along the side of the road, and a little few towards the cemetery area here where a lot of the PvP quests take place. Really nice amount of wood that you can get there. You'll also see that down here in the Angry Earth Zone, if you are able to clear this, is a really, really good location for weirdwood trees. And those eagle-eyed among you will have noticed all of the ironwood that's jotted around here, so if you are someone that is able to get this at 175, then this is also a really good thing that you can do to kind of gather both of those at the same time. However, for your ironwood, again, I would strongly recommend coming up to Eden's Grove. You guys can see here, if you kind of go from Valorhold down to the road underneath it, there is a ton of this ironwood trees over here. Again, in the Angry Earth Zones just below this, you can find a ton of weirdwood, so if you do want a bit more of that, there is a great place for it there. Now, another really good place that is worth mentioning is in Rest of the Shore, the Angry Earth Elite Zone. Over here, you guys will see it's just behind the area that is the depths. And this Elite Zone has got a ton of weirdwood trees there, but most importantly, it's got a weirdwood tree-based entrance and also an ironwood tree-based entrance. So if you are the level to collect either of those, you can go ahead and clear this. And this is a pretty good way to get a decent amount of wood. It is pretty close, basically, to the way shrine up the top. Don't go to the one next to the depths, as you will have to go all the way around the mountain. But for those of you that haven't done this yet, you want to go to this top one, run down and in, and there is a good amount to get in there. Now, obviously, for skinning, you're just going to be going and getting the mobs in the area that is level relative to your skinning. Basically, the mob ranges were changed so that now up until around level 55, you're going to still be getting that tier 4 hide, which is really good. Obviously, your skinning level depends upon which level mobs you can skin, so you just want to go to the level respective as it tells you on the map for that zone, and you should be able to get as much XP as possible. There was some better ways to get more XP previously. For example, the lower levels, if you go make your way down to Windswood and go to the Buffaloes on this island, they used to give you a little bit more. However, now they don't really give you that much more, but it is still a really good place to go because there is an abundance of animals there, so you are going to get a decent amount of XP. Likewise, if you head up to Everfall and you kind of go to the left side, the west here, towards the wolf area, if you are super low level, this is really, really good to start off with, and there's a ton of wolves over there. Whilst you're gathering all of this other stuff, you're going to be able to pick up some good locations in Brightwood. Rest of the Shore, again, up towards the top area near this way shrine. You've obviously got Borshlam, which is pretty decent, but you've also got a wolf area, and if you're kind of walking up and down here, grabbing the herbs and the hemp and that sort of stuff, you're going to see a lot of animals up here. And finally, once you do get to the required level, Eden's Grove is again your place to be. I particularly like to go around these water side areas, if you will, kind of this area just over to the side where you can see it says beast. Kind of this zone here is a lot of the kind of pig type mobs, and you'll be able to get a lot of them done there very, very quickly, which should boost you all the way to 200 if you aren't already there. This is a really nice and easy location to get hands on. Now, before we end today's video, I just want to quickly bring up all of the essences and that sort of stuff as well, just so you guys can see when you are doing your harvesting, as well as, of course, your hemp, your herbs, your silkweed, and your wire fiber. You're still going to be able to get all of these different essences. A lot of these, again, like shock spires and shock stones, those are going to be for your mining, but the rest of them that are actually the plant-based ones are going to help towards your gathering as well. And you can in turn use this in future events if you want to combine some of the materials or whatever. But as you can see, there is an absolute ton of these pretty much everywhere you go, so make sure you are just grabbing absolutely everything, and you should be maximizing on this event. But that is going to be it today, just a quick video, hopefully giving you guys some inspiration and some ideas of where to grab stuff from. Like I said, this interactive map will be linked in the description if you guys do want to check it out for yourself. Other than that, I will catch you guys again very, very shortly on a brand new upload. So thanks for your time, thanks for watching, take care, and peace.